Now, you may have heard me mention that there are only two things that I need to look at to understand where someone is at and where they're headed in life. And these two things are their calendar and also their bank statements. It's what they prioritize and do with their time, and it's how they spend and invest their money that determine where they're at and where they're headed in life. And it's as simple as that. Now, as time has gone on, I come to realize there's a third point, which may be even more important than these first two. And that is understanding and being aware of the rooms you return to. Yes, the rooms you return to. It's not just about your environment, because oftentimes we can't control that. But you can control and you can be mindful and make the choice of the rooms you return to. Now, let me explain, because there's a huge lesson in this that will give you a perspective on how successful people operate. You see, when I was young and I didn't have money, I found myself placing myself in rooms that were not so positive, and I didn't even understand this. I would visit my friends at the time and sit on the couch, play video games, and just smoke weed all day. And I'm being 100% honest here. And I did this day to day, week to week, month after month, even year after year. I would return to the same room. And to have fun, maybe I would go to the local bar because there were so many familiar faces there. And to blow time, maybe I would sit around and just play a little bit of video poker, right? A little bit of gambling. I was returning to the same rooms there. And then on the weekends, maybe to hang out with the boys and have a good time, I might go to the nightclub or maybe hit the strip club and have some fun there and have some drinks. And then afterwards, after being a little buzzed, maybe I would just find some fast food because it was quick and cheap. Do you see how I was returning to those same rooms? The rooms that gave me intoxication, the rooms that gave me fast gratification for cheap, like the fast food, which we all know that it's very unhealthy to keep returning to those type of rooms, right? Now, you have to understand that when it comes to successful people will not be found in these rooms. Now, there may be a chance you might see a successful person in this room, but that successful person is not returning over and over again to these rooms. Do you understand? You see, I woke up today, I went to the gym and seen a bunch of successful people who are working on their health. These people were disciplined. These people had a goal to get their health in order, to get in shape. And then I left and I went to this wellness center to do a little bit of cryotherapy and just some dry sauna type of work to recover. And I noticed a fellow entrepreneur that I know locally was sitting in the other room getting an IV drip. And this is just some biohacking stuff. But the point is, the type of people you see in positive rooms is a lot different, right? The gym, the wellness center, etc. You see, we all consciously make a choice to pick the rooms that we return to. And oftentimes, like I said in the beginning, when I was talking about being young and not making money or having money, I was finding myself returning to rooms that didn't serve me. And I didn't understand that these were detrimental rooms to be in that would slowly delay the chances of me seeing success faster or seeing success at all, because I was returning to the wrong rooms. You see? Understanding this concept, you'll realize that successful people are in certain rooms and you need to get into those rooms. You see, I was in Las Vegas earlier this month and I was hosting an event. I was attending a conference. I was attending some workshops and things of that nature. And in these rooms were some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the game. All of them were there. All of them returned to the right rooms. You see, you have to understand that you're not going to catch someone successful at 3 a.m. at the local convenience store or hanging out at the local bar doing nothing but sitting there gambling or just watching sports all day. Like I said, you might catch them there for that moment, but you'll be hard pressed to find that person returning there day after day. They're not going to be returning to those rooms. So the question is, which rooms can you find the most successful people in? And it's not just physical rooms, right? It's a mental space that your mind occupies that you can enter. This could be the content that you consume. This could be the information on your news feed that you curate. This could be the small chat channels, the Telegram groups that you constantly read and constantly nurture your mind with the content within these rooms, right? It's the actual choice of returning to those rooms that determine whether you're going to be successful or not. It's based on the quality of the rooms that you're in. You see, when I go on a hike and I pick a trail that some people know about, but not everyone does, and there's not a lot of people that I cross on the path, when I get to the end of the hike and I get to the top of whatever summit that I'm trying to climb or whatever waterfall or whatever destination I'm trying to get to, oftentimes I'll come across a few people there. And it's the people who put an emphasis on their health. Maybe some people who are looking for ways to just calm their mind or just grow themselves spiritually. Whatever it may be, these are positive people in the right rooms, right, that I'm coming across. It's always these negative rooms, these negative places that I do enter that end up being the rooms where I realize there's just nothing but unsuccessful people here, negative people, pessimistic people, people who are not going to do the things they need to do to improve their quality of life. It's as simple as that. Now, it's okay to have fun here and there, but I'm just saying, if you find yourself returning to these rooms, what are you really doing? You see, what really opened my mind to a lot of things are when I travel to different places, like, for example, in Vegas, where there was this conference and this event that I held for people in the foundation. Afterwards, there were some business appointments and some things that I wanted to check out, some private workshops and things of that nature. And when I entered those rooms, I was surprised to find people who were already successful, people who are already making 6, 7, 8, 9 figures in their business every single year. But they were there in those rooms trying to learn the latest tactics, the latest strategies to network with the right people. Even at that level in the game, these people still found themselves returning to the right rooms. Not just any room, but the right room. And you have to understand, this is how successful people think. They eliminate putting themselves in situations that don't benefit them. And they continue to place themselves in rooms that will give them value, that will allow them to network with others who are like-minded and who are aligned on the same kind of things in life that make you successful, whether that's health, like the gym, or whether that's spirituality, like me going on a hike just to have some time in nature, or whether that's to develop myself and skill sets by traveling and attending the right conferences and workshops and being around the right people who are on the path of just elevating themselves. You see, if you look at your life now and you find yourself returning to rooms that don't serve you, you need to be aware, you need to understand and quit doing those things. You know, there's no successful person just hanging out randomly in different places. Everything must be intentional. So, I'm just walking down the stairs right now back to my office here because this is the room I constantly return to. It's the place where I study. It's the place where I do my work. And I do this every day. But I just wanted to share this signal because it's important for you to understand. It's not just about your time and what you invest your time and prioritize your life around. It's not just about the money that you spend and invest on things in your life. It's also about the conscious choices of the places that you return to day after day. This will determine your success now and later on in life. So I hope all of you got some value out of that message. And be mindful of the rooms you return to. That's the signal for today. Hope all of you are doing well. Talk soon.